Hi there Libra, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop here with your reading for the month of August. If you haven't been to me before, 2 decks in front of you. This is the Spirit messages, that's a message from Spirit, and then the Tarot. The decks that I'm using, the details will be in the description, so you can get them if you would like to get them yourself. Also is the details around if you find the content useful and you would like to support the channel, then there's a Buy Me a Coffee page. Everything is in there. Now the video is actually split into 2 parts. If this tarot part doesn't resonate with you, then please leave it. It's not for you. You should connect. And if you don't, then it could be that you are your moon. You need to listen to your moon or your rising. If you don't know what they are, then you can do an online search for a birth chart and just ask you, put your birth details in, and then it will tell you what your rising and your moon signs are. Rising is more the time, so if you're inaccurate about the time, that might change slightly, but certainly your moon. And that's because we are not 2D. We are not only our sun sign, we're other. Moon is our emotional part, and the rising is our character that we're playing in this life, really. Okay, so that over and done with. I've got the video is split into 2 parts. The first part now, we're going to do a tarot reading. And the second part of the video is astrology. Now, it's astrology done through tarot correspondences. Sounds far more complicated than it is. I basically explain what's going on in the skies because I really believe that it works in your favour if you understand what's going on. We've got solar eclipses, partial lunar eclipses. We've got, so it's eclipse season, major Leo season. So if you've got any Leo, then it might be worth listening to that. There's lots going on, actually. It's a hugely, I would say it's a big month, but it is a big month. Okay. And Jupiter's doing its thing. Okay. Libra. Believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. Now, I really believe that. Pardon the pun. I do. I wish I was better at it myself sometimes, but like most of us, like most of you, like most of us, I also doubt myself sometimes. So actually, it's amazing because these beliefs, they start when we're children, don't they? And that's all around self-worth and all those sorts of things. So we'll see what that means when we go through the cards. Now, if you are going to listen to the other part of your readings, like your sun, your moon or your rising, then at the end of the entire video, around about here somewhere, is a link to the rest of the zodiacs. So give me a moment, Libra, to... Are you worrying about a change? You're worrying about something ending and moving into something else. I feel like there's a change here, change of location maybe. And as a result of that, it's causing you a little bit. You're with the Ten of Swords. I know that it's on your mind. It's playing on your mind, maybe keeping you up at night, worrying a bit about it. There's some worry here around the world, which is change. It's about the completion of one phase in your life and moving on to a new one. So I do feel that there is something at the beginning of the month which says there's a lot going on in your mind with regards to a change. I'm just listening. You know what? I think half of it is a fear of the unknown. I think you've just achieved something big, huge, and actually... Are you worried that you're not going to take it forward? Or anyway, so it's that sort of thing. That no, not, I wouldn't say worry because you'll go, no, I'm not worried about it. But actually, it's on your mind, yeah? But actually, look at this. Look at all this lovely lolly, as I call it. This is the 10 of Pentacles, coins. This is money. This is old money, established money. Money from... establishments like banks, building societies, the elite, gifts from God. It's all that kind of thing. This is a financial wealth here, and the wealth is you could either, maybe you're selling. So if you're worried about a change, then there's the sale, and and actually look at the financial rewards that it gives you. And the Princess says, right, I've got this money now. I just want to know what to do with it. Yeah, there's some change coming on here with regards to the money, and the money that you've earned is what I'm hearing now. And you are wondering what to do with it. You've got the 2 there, so I need to decide what to do with it, because I need to free myself. And free yourself, you will. You're deciding to mentally free yourself and surrender. Oh, you're doing this anyway then, look at you. It says believe, you are working through it. You have tremendous faith here. Even though there's this physical worry about this physical change, actually, everything's here. You are taking on at something new. They've got the wands, the 10 of wands. So there's a huge responsibility. And actually, you've got the 3 of coins as well. So I think you've got some new skill that you're able to share with the world, but you're working really hard at it. You're able to share it with people, and then you'll find that people will come in with the 3 of coins. They come in and they support your growth, and they go, look, well, you can make money out of this. Let me show you how you can give yourself financial security. This is all about money. Yeah, because then you've got, you know, the 10 of wands, which says you're taking on a lot of responsibility here. And the 3 of wands as well is the apprenticeship. So there's something here that you're learning how to I want to say there's a lot of faith here. Yeah, it's good. Okay, I'm feeling there's some change here with regards to finances. Okay, and the long and short of it is there's more skills to be learned here, because you've got the 3 of wands. You are going to surrender to it. You've taken on a whole bunch. Maybe you've got 2 jobs going on at the moment or something. You've taken on a whole bunch of responsibility. Okay, and you are praying that it's all going to go well. And you've got the High Priestess, which tells me listen to your intuition. You are being guided precisely to where you need to. This is all happening for a reason. Oh, I've got goosebumps then. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Surrender. Surrender yourself to it. And actually, you know, we've got here, it's about your freedom, taking on, not being so restricted and not so bound. Okay, I hope that you found that helpful, Libra. I think you're about to be free but then you're taking on more. It's quite a bizarre thing. So maybe you're going to be freer financially because you're taking on more physical work. Try not to burn the candle at both ends, Libra, while you're learning this new skill as well, because you'd have a tendency to do that. Okay, so this is the tarot part of the video. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you very much for your time. I'll speak to you next month. Obviously, you will still hear me, because I'm coming into the next part of the video is the pre-recorded piece, which is attached to every single one of the star signs for the astrology that's coming up, and the tarot correspondence. I really like it. I hope you do too. Let me know what you think in the comments. And then at the end of the whole thing, you've got that little bit there, so you can go check out. It's a little playlist link to check out the rest of your zodiacs. Okay, thanks very much for your time, and happy August. And this is awesome. Okay, bye-bye. Hi, so this is now, we're entering the astrology part of the video. So whatever you've been listening to, your sun, your moon, or your rising, this is now a collective astrology reading. It's the same video that's at the end of every single one of the Tarotscopes. And that's because I want you to try and think of it like, from an astrological point of view, these major events are happening in the skies during the month of August. And as a result of that, they can affect us all collectively, and some more than others. It depends what signs are involved. So there are, like, if you imagine that in the skies, there are meetings that are happening between one planet and a sign. So there's a planet and a sign, and they're meeting. And as a result of that, as I say, the energies become very powerful and very enhanced. So I've only picked out 5 here. And it actually, I've got some that are already happening. So I've got this sheet here, and I will leave this for you. So it's a downloadable one, so you can see what the major ones are. And the reason I do this, because I think it's really important to understand the tarot correspondences, because astrology and tarot are very connected. For example, you can see here that on the 6th of August, at the moment, we've got Venus, which is the Empress, in Virgo. And she stays in the Virgo until the 6th of August when she enters Libra. Now, this meeting is happening in the sky. The planet Venus, which is the Empress, which is all about nurturing, creation, harmony, abundance, growth, all those wonderful things. If you think of Mother Nature, it's all that kind of energy, is actually about to enter Libra, which is the sign of fairness and justice and equality and all those sorts of things. So the values planet, which is what do we value, what do we care about, what do we want to grow in our lives, you know, what makes us fulfilled, what would we like to create, then goes into this planet, it goes into the sign of fairness. So what you can expect there is it's a time for harmony, it's a time for balance and beautiful and meaningful connections. So beauty and then meaningful connections. So from the 6th through until the 10th of September, this is happening in the skies. And irrespective of what your sun sign is, you can expect to see some influences here in your life. And it's a good time to tap into this. So if you want some equality and fairness with regards to, I don't say you're growing a business, then this is something, or you're growing something, or you're very involved with your mother and you want something to be fair, or you know, if there's anything around the maternal role and also equality and fairness, then this is a really good time to work with those energies in your life. Okay, and then on the 11th of August, goodness me, listen to me. On the 11th of August, we've got Mars, which is the Tower card. So you can see you've got Mars sign here because Mars and the Tower are the correspondence. So you've got Mars enters Cancer. Now, Mars is currently in Gemini until the 11th of August, when it then moves and causes disruption with regards to movement forward. So it delays things. It basically causes some disruption around moving forward too quickly. So you have to take action from your heart as opposed to pure willpower. So it's a good time to listen to your intuition. And that's the 11th of August through to the 28th of September. So it's going on for quite some time. There's lots of movement, but it's more along the lines of Mars brings in a little bit of aggression. You know, the Mars energy, the planet of Mars, it causes a little bit of disruption with regards to moving forward. So you'll find that you'll either want to get on with it and there'll be nothing stopping you, or you'll want to hold back. But it's all with regards to asserting yourself and using your willpower. So you've got that energy going on, and you've got something there. If you want to do this, so if, for example, you're determined, using your willpower to do it, then you can expect to cause quite a bit of disruption with that. So, and protect what matters most, because Cancer is all about your home life and things like that. So you might be very, a perfect example of this is it may be that around this time you become very protective and quite argumentative about your home environment and protective around what that means to you. So on a global scale, that may be something around protecting home and hearth. So, you know, that sort of thing. So then on the 12th of August, we've got the High Priestess, our lovely card of the moon. Now, this is quite an important time, actually, because we've got a new moon where we begin things. And I didn't print it off this time, but I've got a moon phases chart as well, or moon phases PDF, I think it is, or it's a document anyway. So it's attached to this, so you can have a look and see what it. But new moons are always about beginning. Now we've got here a beginning, an intuitive beginning, because it's the moon, intuitive beginning with regards to empowerment and strength. And that's on the 12th of August, which is also a total solar eclipse in Leo. So this is an extremely powerful, because you've got Leo, powerful day for intuition, for beginning something intuitive. Okay, so listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, because she's going to make you more powerful and lead you towards more power in your life on that day. And then you've got the 23rd of August, which is where the sun enters Virgo. So the sun is currently in Leo, so happy birthday, Leo. And then it enters Virgo, and the sun is about, it's about success and moving forward. And that then shines itself on Virgo, which is very much around introspective, looking within, quiet time, peace. So it's a wonderful time. After all that Leo energy and all of this eclipse energy that's happened here, we then go into a period of successful reflection. And that's a beautiful time, and it goes on for the whole of the month. So, and also you've got very much around organisation. What else have I written down with regards to that? So focus on reflection, organisation, self-improvement and practical plans. So after all of this action and energy, it's really quite a nice time to get busy organising your life, really. And that's a good energy to tap into. Now on the 28th of August, the final one here, we've got the High Priestess, so the moon once more, is in Pisces. This is always one that because I have a moon in Pisces, so I always think, oh my goodness me. So the full moon is where everything comes up to the surface. It illuminates everything in your life with regards to the Piscean energy. So it can be about relationships and dreamy and all the sort of like the visionary side of things. So you've got the moon, which is also very intuitive. So this is a very good time to basically intuitively let go of things that no longer serve you, to become very also in tune with regards to what the future may hold, because the moon, as you know, I always say, it is basically a time to an unexpected path will soon be revealed. So it's a wonderful time here. So you've basically got Pisces, the High Priestess, which is the moon in the moon, if that makes sense to you. So, yeah, I've got this little chart. So I'm going to pop it. So time for release, healing and trusting your intuition. So you've got some super intuitive times happening this month. I've written these silly little pieces of paper because I forget what I'm doing sometimes. I have to make sure that I've got it all here. So basically, these are the 5 key transits that are happening with regards to August. As I said, they don't necessarily, you know, this doesn't confuse your reading before, because this is extra. It's an added layer to tarot where you can go, okay, so what are the energies, the tarot energies that are working based on the fact that these correspond to the planets. So the Empress with regards to fairness. That's the first thing that you can expect to happen. I hope that's made sense to you. I do enjoy this, and I was very pleased actually that that you all seemed to enjoy it last month. So I really hope that it's something we can continue with. And as I said, we've also popped the August 2026 correspondences. It's called a correspondence, where you have the tarot card and the star sign. So the two of them, they have the same energy. And I just think it's much better if you can see it with regards to the tarot cards. It kind of lends it a little bit more power when you are actually interested in tarot. It means more to me than if you say star signs. I'll be like, okay, I visualize the tarot card, and then it kind of gives it that added energy. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed that, and all that remains now is for me to say happy August. My goodness me, we've got quite a bit going on. Maybe do a little bit of a Google research onto some lovely magical things that you can do with regards to these eclipses. There are 2 this month. A total solar eclipse on the 12th of August, and that's in Leo, as we said, and a full moon and a partial lunar eclipse. Now, it says the 28th. I think it kind of goes, it depends where you are in the world. It's the 28th to 29th. So there's like a 24-hour window. That's the 28th of August in the UK. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful, and thank you very much for your time. I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.